Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy Ommy. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy Ommy, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome. Once again, I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast. And if this is the first time you've viewed it, please do the same. As always, before I even get into today's topic, yes, I got one hot topic I must talk about. I'm talking about NBA coaches fired. Yeah, you heard me. NBA coaches fired this season like no other. I'm going to say it like that. Listen, being a head coach in this league, listen, it's a tough job. I don't feel sorry for none of these coaches who can't handle the job. I don't feel sorry for them at all because I'm very anal when it comes to coaches and general managers depending on the sport. I feel everybody should stay in their lane. Coaching is not for everyone. And just because you got the job and you had the job for a little while and then shit just goes left, it ain't for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Professional sport coaching is just not for everyone. And that's the way I look at it in all sports. And I could go on and on with that. But listen, these last few weeks, some high-profile NBA coaches got fired. I'm talking about Orlando Magic Jamal Mosley. Yeah, New Orleans Pelicans Willie Green. Before I move on, I want to go back to Jamal Mosley with the Orlando Magic. My dude, everybody know why. Everybody knows why you got fired. Game 6, you up by 1,000. And you let Detroit Pistons come on back and then beat you. Force a game 7. That shit was on your home court. And they forced a game 7 back to Detroit. And you already know the rest. Of course you were supposed to be fired. I truly believe that you are a very good coach. I put my coaches in different categories. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a Phil Jackson or a Pat Riley, you know what I'm saying? And I can go on with just a few more. You know what I'm saying? Excellent coaches, right? And then you got your very goods, and then you got your goods. You know what I'm saying? I got Jamal Mosley. Isn't that very good? He's a very good coach. Very good coach, no excuse. No excuse because Franz Wagner was not playing in game 6 because he's been in and out hurt damn near all season. We know what him and Bancaro, when both of them is in and they don't settle for the jump shot and they want to take their man to the paint. Oh, the Detroit, it would have probably been a different, I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just saying, Franz Wagner, along with Bancaro, is a problem in the paint trying to stop them from scoring. I'm just saying. Still no excuse, Mosley. You were supposed to win the series, dude. You was up 3-1, and you was blowing them out game 6. It was supposed to stay. You were supposed to not even jump on that plane going back to Detroit. And I'm going to leave it like that. Then we get into New Orleans Pelicans, Willie Green. Yeah, Willie Green with those Pelicans. Listen, I'm going to say this brother is a very good coach. I'm going to say that because Look what he's been dealing with throughout these last few years with Zion Williams in and out, out. You know what I'm saying? Then they get rid of Brandon Ingram. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Pelicans, the management got a lot of work to do. Got a decision they got to make with Zion Williams. So you can't blame all that shit on Willie Green. That's all I'm saying. Then we move on to the Chicago Bulls. Billy Donovan. Yeah, the Bulls. One of the cheap-ass organizations in NBA. I'm just going back to Michael Jordan era, where they ain't want to pay this man. Jordan made all his money doing endorsements. Jordan was never the highest paid player in NBA. Never. During his prime, during the 6 championships, he still wasn't the highest paid player. They gave Jordan his last 2 years $40 million to say thank you for all the championships. Jerry Krause, wherever he's at. Listen, I'm just saying, and they just kept going with the cheapness. So Chicago Bulls with Billy Donovan didn't have too much to work with. You know what I'm saying? I still think Billy Donovan is a very good coach. And I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to move on and finish with Milwaukee Bucks firing Doc Rivers. Yeah, Rivers. Doc Rivers. Rivers is going in the Hall of Fame right now, 2026. I don't believe he's a Hall of Fame coach. I'm just saying. I don't believe he's a Hall of Fame coach. I don't believe he's at Phil Jackson or Pat Riley's level. I give him the very good, the bare minimum very good. That's the way I look at Doc Rivers with his coaching. I could do a whole show with just Doc Rivers with his head coaching. But I ain't got the time. So, listen, for me, I don't believe all 4 coaches that I just named will get another head coaching job somewhere else. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I just told you all 4 are very good. And very good in my category when it comes to coaches mean a lot. I'm just saying. I think Doc Rivers needs to retire. I think Mosley, Willie Green, Bill Donovan, I think they will wind up as an assistant coach to someone else. But I don't see them head coaching in the league anymore. I'm going to leave it like that. Listen, let's get started with today's topic. I'm talking about the 2026 semifinals. The 2026 semifinals. Listen, I just want to jump right on in with these NBA semifinals. The stage is set. Yes, the stage is set. And when I say the stage is set, the stage is set. I am not surprised with the 8 teams that's in this semifinals. I'm just not surprised. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just leave it just like that. This round, let me tell you, some of these players, and it's like that every time this season for decades. Semifinals, you get to see what players don't and can't progress in the playoffs. So basically what I'm saying is what we've seen throughout regular seasons and prior years, that's it. You're not going to see the elevation because there's none. They can't get to that next level. I'm just saying. Then you got players who don't want to have shit to do with being on the court. And they just disappear. They could have been playing well all season long and got to the semifinals and they start disappearing, which means that's it. What you see in their career, that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's downhill. And no matter the age, again, no matter the age, I want to point that out. You got players, and I think it's in all sports, but I'm going to stick and stay with NBA. When they get to a round like this, the semifinal rounds, listen, they can't go no further. They disappear. And it shows. The body language shows. The coaches, if they smart enough, they pick up on it, snatch them, sit them, done for the series. Yeah, we got players like that. Listen, in this round, each team, in these semifinal rounds, each team need their star player. You know what I'm saying? Each team need their star player to take it to the next level. And the rest of those players, the other four, the ones that's coming off the bench, the rotation, key players, yeah, listen, they got to follow. But that star player got to lead, and he got to lead right. Semifinals, we talking about the last 8 teams standing. So that star player got to be that star player. I'm stressing that out for a reason, because what I'm about to get into right now, right? So in the Eastern Conference, here's how I look at who is moving on and why. So I want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Detroit Pistons series. Listen, and I ain't going to spend a long time on each. Cleveland Cavaliers, the bigger, taller team. The veteran team. You got 2 superstars. I am not talking all-stars. We got 2 superstars as the backcourt. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, right? We got Mobley, Jared Allen, right? 2 all-stars. So Cleveland is loaded. Cleveland is loaded. Well coached by Kenny Atkinson. But one thing about that Detroit Pistons, man, Bickerstaff, I didn't see this coaching when he had Cleveland. It was like he didn't know how to get the ball to his bigs, Mobley and Jared Allen. So when they fired him, I wasn't surprised. I don't know what he been telling these Kay Cunningham since he's been a coach for the Detroit Pistons. But my man Bickerstaff is coaching his ass off. That defense, that relentless defense that Detroit Pistons had all year is bananas. Well, not just all year, this season, last year. Bringing the New York Knicks to the brinks. You remember that shit last year. But what I'm trying to say, this season, they held up as the number 1 seed throughout the whole season based on their defense, because the offense, they don't have enough offense, in my opinion. Tobias Harris, 15-year vet, listen, he got to continue to rise and help Kay Cunningham with that scoring. Durant, big man, he got to do the same, but keep cleaning, right? But they got a lot of journeymen, young journeymen on that team with Detroit Pistons, man, that just bit in. I mean, they just biting and with Bickerstaff is feeding them, yo. He coaching his ass off. So, you know what I'm saying? I got the Cleveland Cavaliers, the badass Cleveland Cavaliers against the young Detroit Pistons, right? Who I'm going with, who I think is going to win this series, I'm going with Detroit Pistons, man. I'm going with the Pistons for one reason only. That defense is a mother. And besides the 2 that's back there, Jared Allen, Mobley, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that Donovan Mitchell and Harden, Max Strus, right, don't play defense, but I'm saying they not giving you 48 minutes of defense. Detroit Pistons, that crew, that starting 5 and those key players coming off the bench, giving you 48 straight up minutes of hard-nosed, bad boy defense. So I got to go with Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And if the Pistons going to win it, they got to do it in 6. That's all I'm saying. Going to be tough in Cleveland. But then again, I got Detroit in 6. But if it got to go 7, I still got Detroit squeaking it out. I'm just saying. And I want to move on to the Philadelphia 76ers versus the New York Knicks. This man right here, this is why he's up on the wall. Philly, 76ers. Yeah. It's all about Joel Embiid being healthy. No healthy Joel Embiid, no way. They beat a seasoned, battle-tested, playoff-tested New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? The New York Knicks is battle-tested. They got all the pieces you need. There's no excuses. It's supposed to be the New York Knicks year to at least make it to the NBA Finals. So, no Boston Celtics around. No Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton around. Okay, now Joel Embiid is the key. He must be healthy. Yeah, Paul George is Paul George, right? You got a high-flying backcourt with Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, but without Joel Embiid's offense and him getting the other opponents in foul trouble, listen, it's going to be very, very tough for the Sixers to pull this out. So, who do I have winning this series? I got to go with the New York Knicks, Mr. Clutch and his crew. I got to go with them. Game 6 tops. Game 6 tops. And I'm going to leave it like that. The reason why I'm saying tops, because I really want to say Game 5, but it's the New York Knicks. You never know. So Game 6 tops. I don't see definitely no 7. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if Joel Embiid is there or not, I got the New York Knicks winning it, and it's 6. And I'm going to leave it like that. And we're going to move on to the Western Conference. And here's how I look at who I believe is going to move on and why. So, the Los Angeles Lakers, my Lakers, versus the Oklahoma Thunder. Listen, I believe I can speak for all Laker Nation when I say this. We did not want to see the Thunder in the semifinals. Second round, we didn't want to see them. Okay? Luka, Reeves, they go down together. Same game, and it was, again, that was against the Thunder. And when they go down, we in third place. Had they not go down, I truly believe we finished the regular season as a third seed. We avoid the Thunder right now. We won't be playing them right now. This is what I'm trying to say. Due to the fact we seeing the champs right now without Luka, with Austin Reeves who's just getting back, with the old king who's trying to hold things up. And I'm giving kudos for that. Hachi's been playing. I don't think, and I said it before the season began in one of my shows back then, I don't see anybody beating SGA and his Thunder this season. I see them repeating. And that has not changed. Okay? So even with Luka, I truly believe we still don't have enough to beat an OKC team. This team is well put together. This team is like a well-oiled machine. Plus, they don't have Jay Williams, and it really shit doesn't really matter. That's how deep they are, playing 11 guys, sometimes 12. Coach just put them in. They do their job. Everybody knows their assignment. No one's hating. There's no jealousy. They all got love for each other. How the hell you beat that shit? And they all young. They all young. The veteran on the team is Alex Caruso. He's still young. My Lakers, on the other hand, I don't want to get swept as a 1977 Laker fan. That would be embarrassing, be so disrespectful. So I'm praying we get one. We get one, I'm okay with it. I'll be all right. 4-1, we done. I'll be all right with it. I'm just being honest. I'll be all right. You already know who I got going and moving on. I got OKC moving on. And I'm going to leave it like that. So much I want to say, but I'm going to leave it alone. JJ Redick, just continue to coach, my brother. That's all you can do. Moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, Ant-Man made it back just in time for this series to begin. No Dante. Done for the regular playoffs. Well, he's done for the season. The season's damn near over. So he's done for the playoffs. Minnesota Timberwolves. They got a lot of dogs on that team. Randall. You know what I'm saying? They just got dogs on that team. Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? Nas. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. They got dogs coming off the bench. The young San Antonio Spurs, on the other hand. Yeah, with Victor and Fox, Castle. Listen, they a lot of people got them going to the NBA Finals. Maybe winning it all. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I truly don't believe that it is San Antonio's time at this moment. No, regardless of having Victor Wembanyama, and I know everything that he does on both ends of the court, but I truly believe Minnesota Timberwolves will win this series. And the reason why is this, because they've been NBA playoff battle tested for the last 3 years, especially with this unit. And they hungry, and they dogs, and they've been embarrassed, and they've been just trying to get to that Western Conference Finals. I truly believe it's this year, Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant-Man got to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? I see the Minnesota Timberwolves in 6, all 7. And I think it really doesn't even matter where. I just see Minnesota. I got Minnesota coming out of this series, and I'm going to leave it just like that. Listen, I just gave you my breakdown on who I believe is moving on and why. Please tell me in my comment section who you think is moving on, so I can read a few of your responses on my next show. Listen, like round 1, these NBA semifinals is going to be on fire. Listen, we're going to have some blowouts. That's going to happen, depending on the game. But best to believe each series is going to be on fire when it's all said and done, is what I want to say. That's why I give you the buts. Listen, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me in my basement. To my viewers and to my listeners, please continue to check me out on my YouTube channel and subscribe. Check me out on my streaming platform, Spotify. Yes, I'm live. I'm TikTok live. 9 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday and Thursday, giving you guys these smoking mixed topics and sports. Remember to check out the Evenflow Coffee Company, created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in a pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, take care.